Hi, I'm Captain Siddharth Sharma. After the love we received for the first Q&A series that we did, I'm here with my second one. So moving on to our, coming to our first question. The first, क्या बोलना है? What? There are some questions which are quirky. How realistic are plane crash scenarios in movies, and which film get it the most right? Do you have a favorite route you love to fly because of the views or the challenge? Some are strange, weird. What happens if you spill coffee on the controls? If you found out a major celebrity or political figure was on board, would your flying or decision making process change even slightly? So let's not waste time and look for a first question. The first one is, how realistic are plane crash scenarios in movies, and which film get it the most right? So when it comes to films, I just love the way they try to capture the whole moment, the crashes, the cinematography, everything. I just love whatever they are trying to do. Technicalities पे judge मैं नहीं करता हूँ. I said let him cook! Because they have the creative liberty to do it and to engage audience. So technical जाना movies के अंदर I don't feel that it is right. But at the same point in time, अगर realism की बात करें, तो Sully is hands down. They've captured it absolutely well. I still remember the scene in which they got hit by birds.
Birds.
Wow. The performance of Tom Hanks, the whole scenario, the human factor of the pilots, the gist, the mental frame of the pilot when going through such kind of emergency, they've captured it absolutely well and magnificently. They've done that, and I just love the movie in which the way they have shot it. So Sully is the winner. So moving on to the second question. Do you have a favorite route you love to fly because of the views or the challenge? So as I've explained earlier, routes are not that challenging, but views, yes. I have a couple of them. The first one is the Delhi Bagdogra route, and on that route, on clear days, you get to see a magnificent view of the Mount Everest. The whole Himalayan range is going with you from right from Lucknow. It starts. You can see onto the left side. You have the whole view of the Mount Everest, and we can actually pinpoint that yes, this peak is Mount Everest. This is that, and we always make the announcement also. And passengers love it. We love it. And when it comes to favorite, so my favorite route is hands down the Nats route. When we used to fly from Europe to North America, whenever we were fortunate enough, we used to get the most northern Nats routing. So उसमें when we were going from Europe to Northern America, तो हमें Greenland के, because it used to be a day flight, तो ग्रीनलैंड के अमेजिंग व्यूज दिखते थे. आइसबर्ग्स, वाटर, फील्ड्स ऑफ आइस, बहुत अच्छे व्यूज होते थे. हम बहुत मजा आता था उनको, उसको एंजॉय करते थे हम लोग रूट्स में. कमिंग बैक फ्रॉम अमेरिका, नॉर्दर्न अमेरिका टू यूरोप, नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स दिखती थी एंड अमेजिंग मेस्मराइजिंग व्यूज ऑफ द नॉर्दर्न लाइट्स, ब्यूटीफुल व्यूज. इनफैक्ट हम लोगों को ब्रीफिंग मिलती थी कि ज़्यादा देर तक देखना नहीं है Northern Lights को, because it's kind of a distraction. I would not say that it is harmful or anything, but yes, hypnotic, hallucinating effects kind of होते हैं. Because you get distracted also, and it's so beautiful that you tend to look at it for a very long time. So हम लोगों को briefing मिलती है कि ज़्यादा देर नहीं देखना, because it's a distraction from your duties also. So, but yes, the views were great, and these particular routes I love to fly. So, moving on to the next question. What is the one thing that you wish passengers would stop doing or worrying about? So, I would say that one thing that passengers should stop doing is fiddling with the aircraft. Fiddling with the aircraft doors, parts, and aircraft is not a prop. So, they should stop doing that. And stop worrying about, if I say, I've seen people getting scared of turbulence so much. The turbulence is so overhyped that I've when I fly as a passengers, मैंने देखा है लोगों को they scream at the top of their voice. इतना ज़्यादा डर जाते हैं with turbulence. I would say these aircrafts are built to take much more than you think. And so I would say कि trust the machine and don't worry so much. And next time turbulence आए, तो take a deep breath and relax. If you could fly one plane model for the rest of your career, which one would it be and why? So I'm a Boeing guy. I have flown 737s, Boeing 777s, and now I'm commanding the Boeing 737 for quite some time now. But if it comes to favorite and I get to choose, so it would be hands down Boeing 747, the queen of the skies. And it's a favorite aircraft for most of the pilots. And we just love the aura of the machine, the beauty, the grandness, the grandeur it carries. It is the favorite aircraft. And if I get to choose, I will choose Boeing 747 if I have to fly for the rest of my career. What happens if you spill coffee on the controls? That's a very tricky one. We spill coffee on the controls. We have our electronic panels, and whenever cabin crew comes in, we request for a coffee, and they are kind enough to give it to us. We don't take it over the controls. If I'm sitting on the left and if I have to take a coffee, we've been trained, we've been briefed by our training departments that you don't take coffee over the controls. We take it from the other side where the windows are. So ये possibility नहीं आती है कि हम लोग spill कर दें coffee, और अगर spill हो जाए तो obviously it can get very bad. The electronic panels can get screwed up in the air and it would be a disaster. So we tend to avoid it. We make sure that we are not taking coffee over our control panels. Which is your favorite ATC control or controller? When it comes to ATC controller, you have to listen to this, then only you will understand.
Level 260, let off 8 for runway 09 right, flight to 9012. Happy Diwali to you.
Same to you, ma'am. Have a wonderful Diwali. Diwali yesterday or today?
Welcome, Shanmugam, sir. Happy Diwali to you. Diwali, எப்போ வேணா celebrate பண்ணலாம், sir. Yesterday also, today also.
Very good, sir. வணக்கம், sir. Happy.
So this guy used to be the favorite of every pilot, and we used to look forward to talking to him. Unfortunately, retire ho gaye hain, but we miss him dearly. If he is listening, sir, we are a fan. He was the most energetic, most cordial guy you ever come across while flying. And when it comes to ATC control, I would say Mumbai ATC guys are the best. The way they handle the traffic, the way they vector you, the professionalism, everything, they are superb. So ATC, when it comes to ATC control, Mumbai, and you listen to that guy, he's the best. Moving on, what is the weirdest misconception about the cockpit that some passengers seem to believe? So the most weirdest was one girl came up to the cockpit to meet us, and she asked us that, Captain, do you have a ejection button in the cockpit? And we just burst out laughing, and we had to tell her that no, don't worry, it's not like a fighter plane that you can eject out. So there is no ejection button. Don't worry, we are not going anywhere. We are with you till the end. And this was the most weirdest instance. If I What is the one piece of advice you were given early in your career that you still follow every single flight? So, when it comes to me, I was given advice very early in my career by one of my SOPI captains. SOPI is when you join an airline, you go and sit behind, there's a seat behind the captain and the first officer. You sit behind and you observe that what is happening in the aircraft, how they are operating, and you learn from that observations. And finally, you come on the right seat and as a first officer, and you start training. But before that training, you sit behind and you observe. My SOPI captain, my mentor was Captain Madhav Vevur. He's my favorite. So he advised me early in my career that you will never ask the name of your captain or your trainer before going for a flight or a training session in the simulator, because his point was that if you ask about them, you will have a preconceived notion. आप पहले से ही सोच के जाओगे कि ये बंदा तो ऐसा है, and you should not do that. People are different with different people. You cannot take someone else's experience and take it upon you. They'll be different with you. They're different with some other people. I still follow that. I never ask about my trainers, now captains or my first officer. So next question, how do you cope with jet lag after back-to-back flights? So coping with jet lag, rest, rest, and rest is the only option that you can cope up with. We also try to stick to a routine which we follow while we were in India. And by that, I mean eating at the same time, sleeping at the same time, and working out works well. If you tire yourself out, then you probably will be able to sleep at the right time when you want to sleep. And short haul flights में like on the 737 तो इतना नहीं होता है problem, but yes, long haul flights में it used to be a problem. And because you tend to acclimatize with the time zone that you are in, because आपके layovers लंबे होते हैं. अगर 2 दिन का layover हो गया फिर वापस आके तो yes, it will be a problem to, and coping up with jet lag becomes difficult. So next question, if you found out a major celebrity or political figure was on board, would your flying or decision making process change even slightly? So the answer is absolute no. We fly with our procedures, with our SOPs, and flying a celebrity doesn't change anything, or a political figure doesn't change anything. We'll fly the same. The decision making process will be the same. But yes, sometimes you are excited that you're flying a celebrity. For me, a fanboy moment was flying Sachin Tendulkar. In all these years, I've flown them all. We've met them all. But when it comes to what stayed with you, so one other instance was when I met Dharmenji, Dharampaji. The warmth and love with which he met us was is I cannot forget it. The blessings which he gave, it was one instance that has stayed with me. And apart from that, flying a celebrity or a political figure doesn't change anything for us. We fly as we fly. For us, everyone is the same. So with this, we end our the second episode of our Q&A series, and I've absolutely loved answering all your questions. If you have some other questions, quirky ones, dumb ones, whatever you have, and if you want me to answer, तो आप comment section में लिखिए, हम उसे answer करेंगे, and we'll see you with another episode of our Q&A series. Thank you.